Good afternoon. I'd like to call to order the board meeting of the Nacogdoches and Convention Visitors Bureau. And I started this last time, but I'm going to go ahead and also read to you from the city website the duties and responsibilities of the Nacogdoches CVB. Just so we keep that at the forefront of our mind as we meet today. The duties and responsibilities of the CVB are to promote, market, and sell convention and tourism-related business in the Nacogdoches area, to further the promotion of tourism and publicity for the area, and promote Nacogdoches as a tourist destination through state, region, nationally, and internationally. The CVB Board of Directors is the governing body of the CVB, setting policies, goals, and objectives. The CVB Board of Directors is responsible for hiring the CVB Director, the CVB Executive Director. So that is from our website if you want to review that. The staff of the CVB, I think, have done an excellent job the past, and I'm sure they'll talk about it in their reports, but done an excellent job the past week promoting National Tourism Week. Thank you all for all that you've done, and I saw great collateral today on Facebook for summer tourism, so anyway, you're definitely adhering to what we need to be doing as a board, but also as a CVB. So with that, Sherry has provided the minutes earlier in our board book. You may have had a chance to look them over, but I'd like for you to take a moment and look them over, and then I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the minutes.
Second.
All right, we've got Damon a motion and Alex second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, good deal. Minutes are approved. And we're going to move on to the financial report with Cheryl.
You don't have to.
I want to mention that you should have the financial statements. The servicing income, the events income is way over budget, but that's because we have to include our ticketing services that we are now providing. I've got to have a place to put income and expenses, and that's where they're going. And we had no way of knowing what we would be doing that. The major one this month was the wine swirl that we did for Main Street. We both took the money in and we put it back out. So that's why those two categories are way out of whack, budget-wise.
So just to clarify, Cheryl, with our ticketing system, we have the ability to charge entities for the ticketing services, but we did not charge Main Street for that. Okay.
Sorry. Oh, goodness.
Yes, there's a fee added that we pay Sapphire, and that was added, but we did not add anything in addition.
Okay, good deal.
The only other thing I want to mention is we had, y'all had voted on to take care of the CDs, and that was not done until the first week of May, so it's not reflected on this statement, but it will be in the next one. The Regions one was, we forfeited $1.58 interest on that one. That was a whole lot, you know, up there. And instead of, I consulted with Sherry and Shay about it, but we decided not to forfeit the Citizens CD because it was going to be over $50 of interest, and it's up in June. So we only have a few months, and it was worth saying, let's look at that. There was plenty of money in the checking account, and what I did was make up the rest of the $100,000 for the new CD out of the regular checking, and we can. I thought this might be something we can address during the budget process of whether we want to put that Citizens back in the checking account or do something else with it. We are building up. Knock on wood, we're building up a little bit of excess in both of our checking accounts, so we could conceivably do something with that one and add to it and do something else, but it's not till June, so we can look at that. I'm open to any questions anybody has.
Any questions? Okay. Then we will move on to our next agenda item, which is coming up with a time that we can all meet for a budget workshop. Sherry sent out an email later this or before the meeting, but afternoon today, asking if this time next week at 2:30 would work for everyone. That would give us an opportunity to really dig into to budget just to understand what we're looking at. I mean, I think we all have a pretty good understanding of it, but then to plan for next year as well. And I don't anticipate that meeting going that long, so I think, plan for an hour to 90 minutes on that. So she asked if you would just respond to the email. If anybody knows right now that that's absolutely not going to work, then we can think about other times too, but I want to get that scheduled. You'll be out of town. Okay. You're pretty familiar with the budgeting process,
Yeah,
John.
but if y'all have a quorum.
Okay.
so go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, just respond to Sherry and let her know if you can attend that meeting.
Done.
Okay. We're going to, it's also me. I'm like, where are we? Okay. I've been serving as a member of the CVB board on the downtown comprehensive master plan. And that process has been going on now for just a little over a year. And at our last meeting, which was held last week, we received the final draft of the downtown comprehensive plan. And if you recall, alongside of the downtown plan, there was a comprehensive plan for the city of Nacogdoches, and then there was an I-69 corridor plan. So there have been several plans that were sanctioned by city council and have gone through the planning process in about 18 to 12 months. And so the planning committee for the downtown master plan endorsed the plan last week, and that will be sent to city council for their approval at the end of the summer. But between now and then, we're going to have time for public comment and for just public meetings about the plan. And so Jessica Sal has been leading that planning process, and I think that they're putting together a nice PowerPoint they'd like to present at our meeting. My suggestion would be that they present either at our June meeting or a July meeting, just to get input. But I've been working on with the planning committee members on what that plan looks like, and I think you'll be pleased. I hope you'll be pleased with it. We worked really hard on it, so just know that is in its final draft stage, and then it's going to be open for public comment, and you all will certainly have an opportunity to review that plan and to see a presentation by city staff related to that plan. But if anybody has any questions about the process or anything, I'm happy to answer them now if anybody has anything.
PowerPoint's going to address both the downtown and the other two?
No, we're just going to be focused, the only one that we're going to be looking at is the downtown plan. Which, one of the big issues was defining downtown. So downtown going beyond the immediate red brick streets that we all know as downtown, but sort of encompassing our historic districts of the Virginia Avenue National Historic District, even pushing a little bit further east to encompass Shawnee Street, which has a lot of rich cultural history. Also taking downtown all the way to the university's edge. So we can bridge that gap, because even though that distance between here and SFA seems pretty short geographically, it's really hard sometimes to bring in those folks from SFA. And then on our southern edge, pushing it to the original footprint of Nacogdoches, which gets us right over the bridge, I think. So maybe right up against where the Lone Star complex is. So that defining downtown has been one of our big issues. Wayfinding is something you're going to see in this plan. Activating spaces in this immediate square area. Also looking at transportation issues, maybe things like making this street a one-way street, so that gives us a little more event space. Looking at public access, looking at frontages. So it really, I trusted the planning process even through some really tricky times. But I think that the team that we had working with us, DTJ, was really, really good, and they really helped us through it. So anyway, yeah, we'll just be looking at the downtown plan. Other questions related to the downtown plan? It was a fun group. I'm glad I got to be a part of it. And I hope I represented this body well. I tried to get us out there. Okay, so now let's move on to our staff reports. And our first report will be from our executive director.
Hello, everybody. 2 weeks ago, Shay was able to meet with the finance department as well as interim city manager Kiplinger to discuss short-term rentals, and the resolution of that meeting was another meeting to be determined so that
I love meetings. What can I say?
so that should be coming soon, so that we can all get on the same page with that moving forward. On Friday, I received from the finance office, we always get a forecasted total from which to build our budget, and I received that, and it is $580,000. So most of that is taken up by salary and marketing, so there's really not a lot of money left over to attribute, which will be why the budget meeting won't be that long, because there's just not that much left over to divide up. And the most important thing, in my opinion, is for Cheryl to have landing spaces for income and expenses and things like that, so we can get more and more closer to a budget that is more on point. We do have, I found out earlier this week, we have 2 board positions that are rolling off. The application process is active and open now. Mr. McLaren and Mr. Ruckles are rolling off. They have the option to reapply if they want. That's totally up to them. And in the case of absences or vacancies, I would encourage you to reach out to people that you might know that you feel would be strong advocates for tourism in Nacogdoches. We appreciate everybody that is willing to serve on the board. My professional feeling is we pretty much have SFA covered, so if we could expand the horizons, and specifically if we don't have Mr. McLaren on the board, I think it's important to have somebody to represent the lodging industry, whether that's traditional hotels, B&Bs, short-term rentals, whatever that may be, and possibly more a business owner, like a restaurant owner, somebody that is one of those tangential tourism industries that have direct impacts from how tourism is handled here. But again, thank you for everybody for their service, specifically to you 2 gentlemen for your service. And then the last thing is bittersweet. Last week I accepted a job with the city of Conroe. My last day will be June the 2nd. Conroe found themselves, I did not go looking for the opportunity, they sought me out. They experienced some leadership change and were left with no CVB at the end of the day. So it's just a unicorn of a job opportunity that I couldn't let pass me by. So I'll be able to go in and hire a whole new staff, design a whole new welcoming center, rebrand if I see fit, and just really change the face of tourism in Conroe. So it was a shake-up to me. This has all taken place over the last month. I've kept Shay abreast of the conversation, and I did my level best to talk him out of it. Truly. Apparently that's a good negotiating tool if you ever need it. Keep that one in your hip pocket. I was able to negotiate, and they offered a 4-day work week. My youngest is entering into her senior year at Nacogdoches High School, and she very much wants to graduate with her friends from here. So she and my 25-year-old daughter will be able to stay here, and I'll be coming in on the weekends, on Thursday nights, and be here the whole weekend. So I won't be out of Nacogdoches, but I will be promoting a new destination.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats, Sherry.
Thanks.
That's called the takeaway, by
We'll
the
miss
way.
you.
When you're trying to talk it out of them in sales, like, I don't think this product is for you. And it's like, I want it.
Well, I'm excited for Conroe, because my parents live on Lake Conroe, so I'll come visit you, but Conroe needs some help, for sure. There's a lot there that needs some.
Well, and I got my start there, and when I was a baby tourism person, and my parents live there as well, and they're in their 80s, and my father has been dealing with a cancer diagnosis this year. So the stars were all really aligned to point me in this direction. So otherwise, y'all couldn't get rid of me ever. But yeah, I'm so grateful for this opportunity. It was a game changer for me, so thank you.
When was your first day?
December 17th, 2017.
Wow.
Well,
Seems like yesterday. It's been a journey.
Sherry, we appreciate everything you have done for the city of Nacogdoches, for the Nacogdoches CVB, for me personally, and for shepherding us through a pandemic and a post-pandemic. These have not been easy times, and we appreciate every moment that you've been with us. And we look forward to working with you with the Texas Forest Trail, because the Texas Forest Trail is in Conroe as well. So we hope that we can continue to be tourism colleagues, and I know we will be. So.
Absolutely, and there's so many, I was telling Ashley earlier, Conroe already has their cultural district designation, so I can help Nacogdoches get that, which is long overdue, and Nacogdoches is very deserving of it. Conroe is also a Texas music-friendly city, so we can help broaden that loop of artists that come in. So lots of opportunities for collaboration, and yeah, I'm excited, but sad.
Yes, we are too.
So I'm gonna be sad until June 2nd, and then on June 5th, we'll enter the happy phase.
Well, and that's partially why I asked Sherry if we could please work on the budget while you were still with us. So.
Oh, and last thing, if I can dry it up, pending board approval, my recommendation is to transition special events permitting over to Shelby, and to transfer general operation duties on an interim basis to Ashley. So we would need to have a discussion about that. Somebody make a motion and have some discussion.
Can we do that here on this agenda, or do we need to wait until the June meeting for that? Do we need to call a special meeting? I'm just not sure.
I think we can do it today.
Okay. Yeah, why don't we do that? That way we can give notice, and we can make sure that we're following every opportunity, and then we'll put that on the agenda for the budget workshop. So.
Sounds good.
Okay, well, I had something else to say, but now I don't know what it was. So it'll come to me.
Was it get out?
Yeah.
Don't let the doorknob hit you.
No, it is not
No,
that.
never.
It is not that. It was related to, we'll have to form a search committee, and we'll be discussing that in the coming months. So we'll get that worked out. Okay. I don't know how you follow that, but we're gonna let Shelby try. So we'll hear from Shelby Lero, our newest member of the CVB staff.
I'm not leaving, I just got hired. There's that. We had Knack at Night, which was the outdoor movie, on Saturday. We moved it inside because I still thought it was gonna rain, and then it was gonna be so hot and humid. It didn't seem like a fun idea to be outside, so we moved it inside. Not very many people came as I expected, but now I know what I want to change for next month. We're gonna do the next one on June 17th, and I have 3 more businesses wanting to sponsor now. And then, I think I wanna see if some food trucks would come to the outdoor one, just to be have more things to do. Knack Snack in April went really well. We had 3 new trucks. One of them had been there before, but not for a while. That went really good. Everybody loved having the new ones, and it was super fun working with new food trucks. I have a few different groups coming within the next year. They're do, what to eat, goodie bags. I've actually reached out to Tori to tell her, no, you're good, to tell her about it too, because that'll involve her as well. And then we're doing the volunteer luncheon on July 6th at Miller's Crossing.
You'll all be receiving an invitation, and we'd love for y'all to come and show our volunteers some love. Sorry, guys.
Very good. Yeah, we just started on that. That's it.
Did you pick a movie?
Yeah, I was just at that.
Yes.
What's the movie?
We're
Yeah.
gonna do The Incredibles.
Okay.
It's a
Oh,
good one.
great.
It's a very good movie.
I was
Yeah.
going between that and Willy Wonka, but I think Incredibles. is
Incredibles.
better.
Sounds good. Good deal. Thank you. All right, Ashley, our marketing report.
Alright. I tend to get off track, so I wrote it all down today. So something I'm most excited about, we are working with historic sites. If you're not familiar, they have a summer scavenger hunt every year where they send locals to, mostly kids, to the historic sites, and we'll be putting that on our app this year. And so the really cool thing is when they go to the historic sites, they have to get a secret code. So that way they can prove that they were actually there, that they didn't just, drive by and wave or something like that. Plus it adds a challenge, and I think kids will get excited about the secret code. And so that'll be really exciting, and if they're actually able to put that code in our app, and once they've gone to all of the locations, they hit submit, and it'll send us like a form that says so-and-so completed it. And once we receive that, then they'll be entered to win a prize basket. So I'm excited about that partnership with historic sites. It just makes sense for us to go hand in hand, and Veronica has been so wonderful to work with, and so is Tori with Main Street. And so, I will report back on how that goes. It starts May 30th, and I think it goes midway through June, if not all the way through June. But yeah, I'll let y'all know how that goes, and make sure you tell all your friends about it and share our promotional posts. But our app is free, so if anyone wonders, we'll never ask for credit card information or anything like that. I was honored to serve on the Texas Forest Country Travel and Tourism Conference rural travel panel last month, or actually no, this month, with Sherry and other representatives from Lufkin, Hemphill, and Crockett CDDs. I love whenever people give me a soapbox to step on, because I sure love to talk about things that I'm passionate about, and tourism is one of them. So I was really appreciative for that opportunity, and it was a really great conference in my opinion. Next month I will be going to College Station for the Texas Travel Alliance Travel and Tourism College. Yo, this is like tongue twisters.
It's an acronym.
But I'm really excited because this is a 3-year program, so to me it's a step in furthering my career, and so this will be my first year. I applied for a scholarship, so hopefully I'll get a reimbursement for some of the tuition. If not, it is budgeted either way. But I'll be gone for that week in College Station. So Shelby and Mike will be holding down the fort, so if any of y'all are available to volunteer, I'm sure they would appreciate that. Sail on the Trail got off to a rocky start. We had some power outages and bad weather that day, but it ended up going well. We did have that travel writer in from Tucson, Arizona. Thank you so much, John, and the Fredonia Hotel for putting her up. That was absolutely wonderful, and she's going to be writing a spectacular piece about y'all, as well as the rest of her time in Nacogdoches. She had a really great time. We went to Pemberley's and had tea at the Jones house. She went to Brendan's barbecue, so she had the best time. And then, let's see, last week, as Shay said, we celebrated Travel and Tourism Week. We posted all week. We had balloons and a cool infographic at our office. And then Shelby and I actually went to Wascom on Friday to the Texas State Travel Center, and we had a booth and a step and repeat sign all about Nacogdoches, and we talked to visitors from all over the place. They were coming to and from, so that's on the state line of Louisiana, so a lot of them are coming from the East Coast. It seemed like a lot of them were heading towards Colorado, but we got to tell them, hey, we're the oldest town in Texas, so next time come through here. And afterwards they sent us an email and let us know that over 200 people came in through while we were there, and we were only there for 2 hours, so that was really exciting. And last but not least, I am working on a promotional video for Nacogdoches. Our last one was, 2017 or 18 when you came on? 18, yeah. so, we're well overdue for one, and so we are going to, hopefully get that done in time for the TACBB Destination Excellence Awards, because we always like to submit our work and, get bragging rights, but even if it doesn't make it in time, we're still excited to have that for the upcoming year. We show this video at SFA orientations and other conferences and things like that. We will be taking some notes from the last one into consideration and making a special effort to include diversity and just the cultural offerings that we have in Nacogdoches. So that concludes my report. Let me know if y'all have any questions.
Thank you, Ashley. And just to also note that it's, while Travel and Tourism, National Travel and Tourism Week is over, it is Historic Preservation Month, the month of May. And Historic Sites has been doing a fabulous job on their posts on social media, and I've tried to share those too. So I love how y'all are working in tandem, and I know you always do, but it's been really fun.
It
So.
has been. I think that just with Tori and Veronica being newer, there's an excitement, and so we're all just feeling really pumped up right now.
I love it. It's fabulous. Well, last but definitely not least, Visitor Services. Mike, tell us about what's going on over there.
Not a whole lot new to report. We had about 900 people through last month, and we're getting a few school groups, some unannounced.
Love those.
One today, and we have a group coming tomorrow, which I know about, but they just kind of tour and look at the video downstairs and stuff like that. It was kind of interesting. I had another unannounced group. It was the 1965 class reunion of E.J. Campbell,
Oh, wow.
which you knew people. Well, E.J. Campbell was our black high school when I was growing up, and that's actually when I graduated too. Not from that school, but anyway, just usual. People love Nacogdoches, right about downtown and Visitor Center, and how quiet everything is. So even though we see some flaws, they don't see it. They love it.
That's great. Good deal. Thank you.
That's true.
Well, we will try to nail down a time for our budget workshop. If it's not next week, hopefully in the next few weeks. So just respond to that, and if we can't all get on board with that date, then we'll try to find another date. Our next meeting in June, let me see what that date's going to be. It looks like it would be, we're the third Wednesday, is that correct? So it'll be the 14th of June at 2:30.
21st.
I'm wrong. Yes, you're right, 21st. I can't count. Okay,
That's okay.
21st. There we go. I will not be in town that week, so we may want to see about moving it or not, or.
I also won't be in town.
Okay, so
Maybe it should be.
maybe it should be moved. Does anyone have objection to moving it to the 14th?
It's Flag Day.
I was gonna say it's fine.
Flag Day. We can all wear our
We
flag
can wear American
pins
flags,
and.
yeah.
So let's plan on the 14th then, since Ashley won't be here and I will not be here on the 21st either. And we may need to do that. Yeah, we'll see. We'll check. We'll check and see. And if not, we could always go the week after, maybe too, as well. So, all right. Well, with that, if there's no other discussion or business, we are adjourned. Thank you all very much.